Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, the reason they're so big is they're the toll booth of the internet.
Right, so in the past, the brands were out on the street fighting for the people walking by to buy food.
There will not, I genuinely believe that 7-Eleven and Burger King are in deep shit in a 30-year window. This is about timing. You're very thoughtful. I've listened a couple times. Like, everybody here, I will tell you the biggest thing that I've gotten better at, the lessons I learned as a kid, even though I was right, I literally built my dad's entire business strategy for Wine Library when I took over in 1998 on this is true, that by the year 2000, which was 24 months from then, everybody would walk into our liquor store with a phone and have technology that would give them the price of every product in the country in order of best price. And that's literally how I decided to sell everything at cost that anybody knew and then build up other brands. It was great because it really worked because we were the price leader of every wine anybody wanted. We still don't do that. It is now 2019. We have close-ish capability. We have that capability-ish. There is something called Wine Searcher. If you're a big wine buyer that aggregates, like it's there, but it's not one person will walk into Wine Library this year. Best Buy, where people look up stuff on Amazon, you know? So I was wrong about timing. What I'm good at now, people are like, you're so right. I'm good at timing. That's why I didn't bet on VR. That's why I don't bet on AR. That's why I don't bet on machine learning or things of that nature. I know every one of those things is going to happen. The question is when, right? So, yes, what you're saying is right. The question for you is, how are you overthinking it? So would I say you should go buy a bunch of buildings for your restaurants? Like, that may not work, but when that's at scale, when ordering food on Alexa is at scale or Google, you could be talking about a good 7-10 years.
Even more, right?
Could be more. I think that's, if I'm guessing. That feels ish. You start thinking about here's what you have to look at. Who's doing it all the time? If anybody here has 3 to 9-year-old kids in their life, they definitely see that those humans think about voice very differently than we do. So in 7-8 years, when they're in high school and have the capability of having like some money, whatever, they're going to start doing things differently. That's how everything happens. That's how online dating happened. Online dating was around for a long time. It didn't become acceptable until the generation that only talked on AIM and all that. Got it? So you have to look at consumer behavior. I'll tell you, the bigger thing is going to be the infrastructure of last mile. Who's going to deliver it?
Well, so
for example, I think there's going to be a ton of restaurants that don't have a physical location, that are just sitting under buildings and have contemporary kitchens.
It's already today.
It's 100%. That's right.
Maybe that's what's happening.
That's what everybody's going to be.
Mm-hmm. So, and do you think in that context there's going to be almost no brand left?
No, I think brand's the only thing left.
But like how many? Because
as many as there are now. Like, I think that, to your point, Alexa or Google or phone, send me a cheeseburger, but there will be brands that say, send me a Shake Shack burger or McDonald's or Burger King. I don't think brand has to go away. I think you're making a valid point, but I don't think you realize how many people don't buy based on brand.
Right.
Like the amount of people here who bought a cheeseburger and they actually didn't give a fuck. It was just the first one in the airport that had a cheeseburger, and whether it was Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Burger King or something else, they didn't care. Well, that happens every day. That's why private labels are doing well, right? And convenience is king. But brand is queen, and she runs shit. The amount of brands allowed are completely predicated on how well brands are executed. I think you got to think about what one buys, right? Like a cheeseburger. I mean, everybody, look, I think you're going to buy your toothpaste. You're going to buy it from Alexa, and it's going to be in your home within 3 minutes. That's awesome. Buying a fucking pair of sneakers that way is not awesome for a lot of people. Still, people want to see it and touch it. You have to figure out what commodities are in trouble. 7-Eleven's in trouble. Convenience stores and bodegas are in trouble. I really believe that. We overpay. Everybody here has paid more for something that they knew they could buy somewhere else because it was right there. Instead, you didn't drive to Walmart or Costco or Sainsbury's, right? Well, that convenience is about to get really convenient. So it's convenience, it's brand, right? There's all the same things that have always dominated humans will always play. So I'm